All right, this is just an inhibitory upper cervical myofascial release technique. And this was a technique that was used on a study that I was involved in related to heart rate variability. So this was shown to change heart rate variability during tilt test testing. So all it is just pretty straightforward. You want a broad contact on the suboccipital, but then also in the upper cervical spine. So I think a lot of schools teach the suboccipital inhibitory pressure, but this is going to be more broadly contacting down into the upper cervical spine. So I've got my pinky and ring finger here more midline, and then just my hands naturally following in a inferior lateral direction to get a nice broad contact on those muscles. And I'm going to just let my hands relax so our head can relax, and using each finger to find that right amount of tension anteriorly to let it sink into the muscles, to balance the force that the fingers are pushing into the tissues and the tissues pushing back in. So if you feel like you're pushing so hard that the tissue's guarding, that's too much, relax your fingers, back off, and pay attention to each finger. That's a little bit more challenging. Make small changes in the tension in each finger. Once I feel that equal point with all my fingers, I'll hold that and wait for the tissues to soften and release. And there, it's letting go, mostly on the right. The right was more restricted than the left. And wait for that softening to complete. So there's some pretty good release. And you could go back and reassess for tension.